reason why we're starting last with this in this conference. There is a reason. So I thought if it's 8.5, I got the under. I have them. I have them at 7 wins, 8 at max. I think they're the same team. I think they'll do the same exact thing. And
I got the over on this one.
Got the over. Okay,
I got the over on this one. I got the over on this one, homie.
Money Pots.
Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows.
All right, let's go to the West. Nothing but the best, but's in the West. Arizona Cardinals. What maybe the steal of the draft. Will Johnson, second round. Corner from Michigan. Walter Nolan was a great pick as well. People argue he was a top 10 pick. They got him at 16. It's really all on Kyle Murray, right? I think that.
Look at his face. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. I'm sorry. I don't know. I always say that, right? I always do that. I think
you be torching these motherfuckers' names.
Some of them. Some of them. Kyler Murray. That's all on him, obviously, right? Offensively, they should be good, right? James Conner comes back, had a good year last year. Got Trey Benson behind him. Marvin Harrison, we've seen him already. He's put on 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, so he should be good. Zay Jones, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride had a great year last year as well. They had the big free agent acquisition from us. Josh Sweat is now over there. Calais Campbell. We already talked about Walter Nolan in the third. So defensively stout up front. And then Budda Baker. And then they also, like I said, Will Johnson. Haven't really heard much about him as of yet. I think Max Melton was another good pick as well. I think he was a pick from last year. I think they called him Mad Max out of Rutgers, if I'm not mistaken. So young corners. Hopefully they can grow together. But I mean, you got a whiz at defense. I mean, we might not like him. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember his damn name. Who's the coach for Arizona that was our DC?
Gannon.
That's right. So I said this before, Jonathan Gannon. I said this before. He's a better head coach than people are giving him credit for. And he's going to have that defense competing for sure. And I think I don't think they're a walk in the park, to be honest with you. I think that this could be, a 10-win team. In my opinion, I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to shock a lot of people.
Okay,
I do. They went 8 and they went 8-9 last year. To me, that's not just people had them. They were a bad team. They weren't a good team, and they almost went 500. I don't know, man. I think and they got a soft schedule. At New Orleans, Carolina, San Fran, home for Seattle, home for Tennessee, at the Colts. Are you laughing?
There's a reason why we starting first with them. There's a reason why we're starting first with them.
Oh yeah.
Arizona's going to be Arizona.
What's the number on them?
What? Maybe 7.5 wins.
7.5 wins. You think they did?
Am I right or wrong? I don't know. I think they stayed the same.
8.5. They're 8.5. I said
8.5.
9-10 win team.
9. We go from 8.5 to 9 and 10.
I said 8.5. You got to win 9.
That's true. That is true.
Right. So
yeah.
And look, their 9.5 is plus 135.
Yeah, give me the under. Just give me the under. I don't. They just don't do it for me. Kyler Murray don't do it for me. He just doesn't do it, and I think that's the problem. I think he's athletic. I think he has a lot of ability, but he just hasn't grown as a quarterback. He has not grown as a quarterback. You can't tell me he has. He still depends on the same thing he's always depended on, and that's his athletic ability to run around in circles, and hopefully somebody gets open. It's just backyard football. That doesn't win in the NFL. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It never did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's ever played with a team this talented before, though.
It's damn near the same team last year. It's the same team. It's the same team. Nothing changed. Trey McBride, great tight end. Marvin Harrison in the second year. You got Connor. Who's the other receivers? Who else is there? It was the same team.
Yeah, I don't know. Marv might go off this year, bro.
Okay. And what?
Yeah, I think Marv might be that man this year.
But again, there is a reason why we're starting last with this in this conference. There is a reason. So I thought if it's 8.5, I got the under. I have them at 7 wins, 8 at max. I think they're the same team. I think they'll do the same exact thing. And
I got the over on this one.
Got the over. Okay.
I got the over on this one, homie. I like those Cardinals out there.
Mm-hmm. You ain't go through the schedule though to see who you think they're gonna beat.
I mean, I didn't. If we could do that.
You see 9 wins on that schedule?
Yeah, they'll beat New Orleans. They'll beat Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They'll beat San Fran at San Fran.
Why? Why do you think that?
What's San Fran?
Okay. San Fran got the easiest schedule. Guess who's part of that easiest schedule?
That's fine.
Arizona.
That's fine. They can have.
There's a reason why San Fran leads. I think the NFL in primetime games for some odd reason that's supposed to be bad. San Fran leads the league in most primetime games this season.
Well, and then they got the turnaround on Thursday is too tough. Home for Seattle, they lose that. Right. So I'm still at 3 wins. They beat Tennessee, that's 4. I think they beat the Colts, that's 5. At Indy, by the way. Home from Green Bay, they lost. I think Dallas is a toss-up game. At Seattle is probably another toss-up game. Home for San Fran, another toss-up game.
They're going to beat San Fran, then it's going to be a toss-up?
Well, home for San Fran.
But the first one they're going to beat San Fran away.
Yeah,
right.
I think that, yeah.
And then at home they're going to be a toss-up. Okay.
Yeah.
So they can potentially sweep San Fran.
No, I will give them the loss.
Okay.
But I'm not big on San Fran this year. I don't think San Fran's going to be good at all.
Okay.
They're one injury away from being trash, to be real with you. And we'll get to San Fran here soon enough. I think they beat Jacksonville. And everything else is kind of like maybes. I mean, Tampa.
You got a short
Tampa probably a loss. Home for LA for the Rams is counting for Stafford's playing. At Houston, it's more likely a loss. Home for Atlanta, be tough, right? East Coast traveling west. At Cincy, they probably could win.
No, they won't.
We
already know Cincinnati going to tail end of the seasons. They warm up real quick in about what, November? Is it a November game?
No, it's a December game.
There you go. Nobody wants to see the Cincinnati in November, December.
Yeah. And it is all counted if Stafford's playing for the Rams at the end,
true.
right there.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I mean? So
Stafford's a big key.
Yeah, Stafford's a big key. But I think they start off hot because I think they're first hand of their schedule. But there's some toss-up games in there where I can't just say it's a loss. Like at Dallas, I'm not sure if that's a loss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Coming off a bye, I'm just not sure. Home for Jacksonville, I don't think it's a loss. You know, counting where Houston is at that end point, is that, you know, at Houston, is that definitely a loss?
So the thing with Arizona is not only Kyler Murray, but then you got to look at the defensive back, like their secondary. You know, ain't nobody back there. Buda Baker, we like the same age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, Buda. You know what I'm saying? I think you're hard.
I mean, like I said, the steal of the draft. If William Johnson shows anything,
okay.
You know, and then they got Max Melton over there from Rutgers. Who
We
could
talking
have
about we relying on rookies right now. Is that what
we are relying on rookies. I mean, another team did the same thing too that I know that just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but ain't that many Quentin Mitchells that were a top first round draft pick, arguably the best corner in the league that's on the Arizona Cardinals
Will
right
Johnson
now.
didn't have that
Who?
that pedigree. Will Johnson from Michigan.
Yeah, and he was hurt. He got hurt.
I know, but I'm just saying he didn't have that pedigree before he got hurt. That he was the best corner in college football.
He was
What?
I don't think Will Johnson's going to be a difference maker for this year.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? Quentin Mitchell is
I'm
a
just
different
responding
breed.
to what you said. Did they have that? I mean,
you.
they kind of did. The pedigree was there.
I hear you.
The pedigree was there, man. All right. On the over. So next team. Let's go with them, man. We talked about them already. San Francisco 49ers. Like I said, man, I thought that if you look at this team, if they're one injury away from being broken, like seriously broken. I like Mikal Williams, the edge out of Georgia. That should give them some help outside, opposite of Joey Bosa. I think they got another. Didn't they pick up somebody else too defensively?
From the Eagles, right? They picked up
Huff. That's right. Bryce Huff.
Mm-hmm.
They picked up Bryce Huff. Who knows what that looks like? Obviously, they got the best middle linebacker in the game there in Fred Warner. But, I mean, outside of some of the names Trent Williams, Kittle, Chris McCaffrey, and obviously Purdy there, I mean, bro, they are one injury offensively. They are one injury away from being total shit. Think about it. If Kittle or McCaffrey, who are injury prone, get hurt, what is this team offensively? They are nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I hope it's like 10 games. Because give me the fucking under.
And I was banking that Purdy or Kittle gets hurt.
I'm not banking on them getting hurt.
Kinda. Because you said they won injury away.
I mean, 11 wins, but you said I haven't saw the schedule. Let's look at the schedule. You said the
schedule. They have the softest schedule in the NFL.
They have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they want Purdy to be good. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if we can find 12 wins. I'll tell you what.
But you got one. You got to have respect for the team. If you don't have respect for the team, you're not going to give them 12 wins.
I mean, I'm gonna be fair, bro.
With the team, the way it's addressed right now,
I'm gonna be fair.
They added Sky Moore, right? Robert Saleh is now back defending.
Who the hell is Sky Moore?
No, Sky Moore from Kansas City.
I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
What do you think? Who's Sky Moore?
Well, no, I mean, I think they needed another receiver to help on that outside to stretch the field. So then you have Robert Saleh now coaching the defense, and we know how he has their defenses. So that's huge.
Bro,
that's
they
huge.
Lost Ward, they lost Greenlaw, they lost Hargrave, they lost the big safety, Nagunga, I think that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. They lost a lot. He I like Robert Saleh, but you need players to play. That whole secondary looks dead. That whole back half looks completely different.
Excuse me.
But let's look. They got him at. Let's see what they got him at. 11 wins, 10.5, even money, over and under. Let's look at the schedule. So we need to find 7 losses.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how the NFL opened up these schedules this year. At Seattle. I think that's a loss, bro.
At Seattle?
At Seattle. They're opening up at Seattle. That's game 1.
You don't think they lose to Seattle?
I think they lose to Seattle. In Seattle? I think they lose to Seattle in Seattle.
What's Seattle got?
I don't know. We about to find out.
Okay, so you think they lose to Seattle? Okay.
Yeah, don't you sleeping on the 12?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold just went 14-3 last year.
And who's the receiver? Who's he throwing to?
Who do you got over there?
Exactly. Keep on going. Is somebody new? It ain't DK. It ain't Tyler Lockett. So is
Yeah.
it the other bull from Ohio State? Can't think of his name.
The light skin bull, right?
Yeah, it's like Njoku, not Njoku.
No, it's not that. I forget. What it is. I know
He's nice though. He's nice. I just
No, he's
can't think of
nice.
his name.
All right, so we'll give him a win there. At New Orleans, win.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona. At
You're high on Arizona, so you said he was going to lose.
I
So
think
that's a
they
loss.
Loss.
Okay.
Home for Jacksonville.
You asking me?
Yeah,
That's a win.
it's a win.
At
LA.
That's a fight. I don't know. LA's a toss up.
Okay. At Tampa.
A loss.
Home for Atlanta.
A win.
At Houston. Come on, man. You thinking too long, bro.
No, I'm thinking.
At Houston, bro?
Houston. I like Houston here. I like Houston. So that's 2 losses.
So at New York, win. We got the home for the Rams. They probably split LA. At Arizona, I'm assuming you got win.
Yeah, I mean, no way they're going to get swept by the Arizona Cardinals. So that's
home for Carolina. That's a win. At
that's 3 losses.
At Cleveland,
Win. But you like Cleveland for some reason.
Yeah, I like Cleveland. Then they have a bye, and then home for Tennessee. At the Colts, home for Chicago, and then home for
soft. That schedule's soft as hell.
It is soft. It is soft.
I mean, you got Chicago. Like, look at the bums on the team. They got Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Chicago.
I don't know if you got them beating Atlanta. I mean,
they're at home.
Yeah, they're home. Yeah, Atlanta coming.
Atlanta going across the country.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right there. They still one injury away for being shit, though.
Now, that's the question. If the quarterback goes down, yeah, of course, you're going to have some issues.
You know what I mean? Because they got a long run. They got 13 games straight until a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long run.
But I think any team's really one injury away besides, a handful.
Yeah. Yeah. Over and under in that 10.5. You're going over it in, I'm assuming.
San Fran?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it more this way. There's a reason they got a bunch of primetime games. I don't know what that reason is. So somebody's already expecting them to be a really good team and putting a lot of backing behind San Fran. I have no idea why. It didn't make any sense because, like you said, the turnover on some of the players. I would have to say over there. I think it's like Vegas telling me something. There's a reason.
Right.
Right. Why? Who's really up on San Fran? You see what I'm saying? Like, who's really up on San Fran for them to have that many primetime games?
Yeah. Purdy is what I think.
But that's what I'm saying. There is no Christian McCaffrey is your biggest, draw to San Fran.
I'm not sure. I think it's Brock.
Yeah, right. Nobody tuning in to see Brock Purdy. You crazy?
No, I mean, I get CMC for sure, but I'm saying league wise, I mean, some of these games could be shootouts. Arizona,
six primetime games. 6.
Yeah.
6.
Even Monday night with Carolina, crazy.
6 primetime games. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
With nobody, there's no excitement on that team name wise that people are appealed to be like, yeah. Oh man, the Niners are playing tonight. I can't wait to get home. Nobody's doing that. Besides, unless you're a Niner fan.
Facts.
So there's something to that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Understood. I get it. All right, let's go with the LA Rams. Now, a lot of
this one because I don't know what the quarterback.
Yeah, a lot of speculation here. So, if you don't know, with the Rams, Matthew Stafford has been dealing with a back injury. I think he even had some kind of crazy treatment done. So, not 100% sure what this team is going to kind of look like or where Stafford's going to be now. Stafford's one of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen play. He's played through a lot of injuries, broken ribs, et cetera, but it seems like this one is really taking a toll on him, and there's no real 100% that he's going to be ready for day one. I don't know if having Jimmy Garoppolo means anything as a backup, but
no, it means nothing.
You know, it means nothing. But offensively, they're kind of, you know, their skill position is kind of loaded, right? Kyron Williams, Puka, Devontae, Atwell, Higbee, and their first round pick, and Terrence Ferguson. So they got some skill positions for Stafford to kind of find a little bit of that old magic. And then we saw, you know, especially against the Eagles, what they are defensively, right? Led by their rookie of the year last year in Jared Verse, Brandon Fisk. Kobe Turner had a good year. Brian Young had a good year. Their who else was out there? Their back end with Emmanuel Forbes, Cam Kerr. A lot of these players, some of these players that we're not really familiar with on the back end side, but they're really stout up front, and that's where they get their kind of, you know, their bread and butter. And I think they added a decent pick. Yeah, Joshua Stewart from Michigan, edge player. So as well to add to that rotation. So, but, you know, looking at this team, I'm with you. I can't really give a prediction because I don't know the health of Stafford.
Right. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I think defensively they're a stout defense, especially up front. I mean, a young, rugged defensive front that's going to get after it. So they're going to be fighting every game. If they don't have their quarterback or any quarterback, they won't be able to withhold or stand in games though, even with that defense. Puka Nacua is now their number one lead receiver. Obviously, you got Williams back there at running back. So they got some players offensively. I mean, this injury we're looking at, what is it?
It's a back injury.
A disc in the aggravated disc in his back. A carryover from off-season training that isn't a typical soreness, is a more serious issue that leads to worries about the Rams. And he received an epidural injection to alleviate the pain. So an epidural, goodness.
Yeah,
I mean,
it sounds like he had a slip disc.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I mean, is that something that he may get? Maybe it'll be available 1 week and then gets a bad hit and he's out. So to tell you the truth, if I'm the Rams, if I'm the Rams, I'm making a move to Cleveland Browns, and I'm seeing what they want for Shedeur Sanders.
Wow. There it is.
Matthew Stafford can't. He's not going to play. He's older. He's old. I mean, how many more years are you thinking about? Unless you try to be in a race for a quarterback this year. But I don't see why. I mean, if you feel like Shedeur is a solid quarterback and could be a solid quarterback, I think you can make that opportunity, that chance there.
Yeah, I like
talking differently. I know it's a whole different story.
I like the move. I really do, but I think that's why they have Jimmy, right? You know, I get it, but Jimmy's won games in the league. He's had success. He's a vet, and then not even that. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I saw in the preseason Stetson Bennett was lighting it up a little bit, you know, in the preseason. So you is Shedeur beating out Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't think he is. You know, and not even that. You got to bring him up to speed too. Get a new playbook, things like that. So I like the move. Seeing Sanders in Ram colors would look dope. Be for real with you, you know. But unfortunately, I think he's stuck in Cleveland. He might even get practice team like his brother, which is crazy to even think about because he should be starting, or at least the second. You know what I mean? He should be at least 2.
I mean, but he got to play. He ain't practice. He's hurt. So he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like
who?
Shedeur. If he ain't, he ain't. He got hurt. What when he
Who
in
the
the
fuck
practice
is
with the
what's
Eagles?
Kenny Pickett been doing?
Well, Kenny might be gone, but they did draft Dylan Gabriel too. So
Yeah, and who had a better preseason games?
I mean, I guess.
When you guess, he do a pick set. He do 2 picks
Well,
and a pick 6 on the second play of the game.
okay.
Come on, man. Don't let that Shador hate come through this screen, bro.
I just gave a prop. I said what I think the Rams should do.
No, I feel you, but you say you don't think he should be the second quarterback on Cleveland?
I don't know about Cleveland. I just don't know about Cleveland.
But he should be the starter for the Rams.
I'm saying if I'm the Rams, what I would do, because we're looking toward the future. If I'm the Rams, I would make it, unless I'm looking at a quarterback coming out this year's draft and I'm looking to invest, I'm looking at building my career with a different and a younger quarterback that I think Shador could be that guy in the future. Do I think he needs to be playing right now, Shador? No. I think he will be exposed. I think he will have issues, which will create doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've seen that with Shador when he was talking to the owner, the GM on the sideline. He wanted insurance. He wanted to know, that's the stuff I'm talking about. So I think Shador needs to sit back, learn, and he'll be able to flourish soon. Just not yet. Just not yet.
Oh, over or under on the Rams?
I'm off of Rams. I can't give you an over and under. It all depends on Matthew Stafford.
All right, bet. All right, let's go with Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks drafted pretty well. Who is that? Didn't they just get a new head coach? I'm pretty sure they did. Where's he from? Let me look it up.
Yeah, because what's in Vegas?
I think he was Mike McDonald.
Yeah, Mike McDonald. Yeah,
he was
offensive coordinator.
Yeah, defensive coordinator, right?
Defensive coordinator. Sorry.
Yeah, defensive coordinator from Baltimore. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
So, Seattle Seahawks made some moves. Big move, obviously, getting their quarterback, Sam Darnold, shipping away. Oh, man, these names are getting late now with the Raiders quarterback, black quarterback.
Say again, I'm sorry. What you say? I apologize.
Who's the Raiders quarterback? Black.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. Shipping away Geno Smith, bringing in even DeMarcus Lawrence, MVS. They drafted really well. I forgot how well they drafted. Graves Zabel. I remember doing some research on him as a guard because he was on the Eagles' radar, best guard in the league. Nick Amorwari, safety out of South Carolina. We were looking at him too. Elijah Aurora, tight end from Miami. Jalen Monroe, QB out of Bama, who's been lighting it up. And I think an underrated move, Torrey Holton, Colorado State. Since we saw a lot of Colorado Buffalo games, I saw Torrey Holton. He was a beast with Colorado. So, they got some decent players over there in Seattle with a good defensive-minded coach, Kenneth Walker 3, Jason Smith and Njibu, who was.
Njibu,
yep. And then Cooper Kupp is over there as well. So we came over in a trade going back to his hometown, his college roots in Washington. And then defensively, Brian Murphy Jr., Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence. That is a scary front, right? Woodland and, wow, Josh Jobe. They have pencil as a starter, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. And Devin Witherspoon, right? So, they got some players, man. They got a squad, and it's really on Sam. If Sam can lead this offense, which I think he can, and with the 12 behind him, I think they're going to be a lot better team than what people are giving them credit for, to be honest. What were they last year? 9 wins, 8 wins, 10-7 last year.
Yeah, Geno played well.
Yeah, 10-7 last year, and then they got better. Right? To me, they got better. They got better on both sides of the ball.
You think so?
I think so. I do.
Is Cooper Kupp there?
Cooper Kupp is there. Cooper Kupp is there. Now, he's not Cooper Kupp in L.A. for sure, but I mean, you saw what Sam did with a shifty route running slot receiver in Jefferson. So would it surprise me if Cooper Kupp has like 80, 90 balls his way? No, not at all. You know what I mean? I just, as long as he can stay healthy, because I know he's been hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I think it'll go down to if Sam Bradford, geez, I'm going way back. If Matthew Stafford
7.5
is not where he needs to be, then you have to look at Seattle potentially being the front
favorite.
runner of the division.
So
because you have to put Sam Darnold with that coaching should be okay.
I would think so. I think so.
Or we will find out that the coach for the Minnesota Vikings is really a quarterback guru.
That's true. That's true.
So we'll know. Because we've seen Sam Darnold as a Jet, and we've seen Sam Darnold as a Viking. So I wonder who Sam Darnold will be. Is he going to be seeing Ghost again?
I think you give Sam some players he can play.
Okay.
And I think he's got some players. Be real with you.
Yeah, I was a big Sam. I mean, I think I felt like it was a couple bad things against Sam, although when he did face some big time moments, he did crumble under the lights for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But having a 12th man behind you, I think is impactful.
Oh, for sure. Playing him in that altitude too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any altitude there though.
You don't think so? I think a little
it's
higher
altitude
elevation.
Seattle. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Thought that air was a little bit thinner up there.
I've been to Seattle. It wasn't thin to me.
Maybe it was my asthma.
I don't think it was thin. It is Mount St. Helens is there, but they don't play on the They don't play on the mountain.
Yeah. Right. All right. They're at 7.5, which is I feel kind of low, but I'm looking at their schedule.
This is where you 7.5 at minus 135, but this is where you can potentially get a steal here because they're banking potentially on the Rams being a good team. What was the Rams? 11.5 games?
I think it was 10.5.
10.5?
10 or 9.5.
Right. So this is where I would gamble that the Rams that Matthew Stafford won't be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get a chance here to take some wins. 7.5, I think, is low for them with the circumstance.
Yeah. So, but I'm looking though. The schedules, since we've talked about a lot of these teams, schedule's not a cakewalk.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can beat San Fran. Then they go across country at Pittsburgh. It's probably a tough game. Home for New Orleans. I think at Arizona is a tough game. Home for Tampa is semi-tough. I think they can beat Jacksonville. Home for Houston could be, tough game. Then at Washington. Home for Arizona, at LA, at Tennessee. Home for Minnesota, at Atlanta. I mean, just let's go back. They're at Pittsburgh, at Jacksonville, at Washington, at Atlanta, and at Carolina. That's 5 times they got to go travel across the coast. That's tough. Even though those teams they should beat that, well, not some of those teams they should beat. That's that's a tough sledding there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the number is kind of right, and we don't know what the Colts are going to be, even though that's home. At Carolina, damn, do they? What I said, 7.5. Do they have 7 wins here? So they beat San Fran. They beat New Orleans. They beat Jacksonville. They beat the Rams with no Stafford. They beat Tennessee. Did they beat? I don't know, man. Beating Atlanta. They beat Minnesota. That's a revenge game at home. They beat the Colts. That's 7. And then they would need to beat Carolina. That's 8. It'll be tight. I think it'll be a tight game for sure. I think it'll be a tight game for sure. I mean, a tight schedule, but I mean, they can get good, and having some of those games at home I think it's going to help them. Going to help them. The jury's still out on that one. I'm going to write that one down. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, pull the trigger on that. All right, man.